Hi, this is the world teacher, known to most everyone as Wild Herb Ways. Here at the World Day of Prayer for Wotan this Thursday, July 4th, and today we are invoking the Hypericum perforatum, and we're invoking our All-Father, known as Wotan, and his son Thor, Hypericum perforatum, and we're invoking our All-Father, known as Wotan, and his son Thor infiltrated Midgard and the Western, who share our biospirit herb ways. The biospiritual healing of Western kind, the Hypericum perforatum, the perforated Hypericum in the Sainte John's Wort family. And there's not a lot of it here on Turtle Island of this particular kind of perforatum, and it has some, just stopping here to sit with it for a few hours, here with one of our medicinal plants, Hypericum perforatum. Been on this medicine road here, and 5-petaled flower with the resinous outer edge of the petals of this species, Hypericum. As you can see, it's well flowered, gone to fruit, and I'm just now gathering some of the flowers and tops that are still here in the prairie. Over there, I'm not sure you can see it, some of the golden cone flowers, some of the Queen Anne's lace, Dakota, the Father God, and Father God, to heal the biospirit of Western kind and protect us and establish a bulwark against the snake that has infiltrated our areas of Western kind. Again, sitting with Sainte John's Wort, going to continue with gathering some of the flowers. I'm a genius world teacher known as Wild Herb Ways, and I'm here now to talk to you a little bit about the Hypericum perforatum. And I've been sitting with this plant for several days today, and we'll be harvesting some of it. Again, I greet the divine within you. I am a genius. I am the world teacher known as Wild Herb Ways with Hypericum perforatum. I'm a genius world teacher known as Wild Herb Ways, and I'm here now to talk to you a little bit about the Hypericum
today
perforatum.
Is how to distinguish.
I've been sitting with this plant for several
species of
days.
Sainte John's Wort, Hypericum perforatum, from the Hypericum sphericum, or the spherical round-leafed perforatum, which is also Hypericum, also in this area. The first thing to notice when you see this plant is the 5 yellow, see it with this camera that I have, is surrounding the petals of each petal on the outside edge are the medicinal glands of this plant, and they're dark colored, a purplish red. I'm going to now, just for purposes, just squeeze the leaves, squeeze the bud here. As you can see, there is a qualities of this. The thing to notice are the leaf pattern. The leaves are fairly small. They're not very large. Other species lacks the glands on the flower edge. The other thing it lacks are, if you hold one of the leaves up towards the sky, actually you can see, I think on that one pretty clearly, the glands. If you hold a leaf up towards the sky, you will be able to see the glands also on the green leaves. The leaves are fairly small. I would estimate maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. The other species that we have here, besides we have 2 or 3 woody, shrubby species, but the other one, the leaves are quite big, and they have a unique pattern where they go up the stem, alternating 90 degrees as they rise up towards the stem. Their leaves are about approximately 1 inch long. Again, leaves are more like 1/4 of an inch, or I don't know, maybe a half of, maybe 50 millimeters, half of it, maybe a centimeter or so, about a centimeter long. But this is our Hypericum. One of the important qualities of this Hypericum is that it is very good in an essential infused oil, to make an infused oil with these leafy buds and the leafy, the flower buds and the 5-petaled flowers. The other thing is one of the best uses, I think, of the Hypericum perforatum is as a muscle for DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness syndrome that you get when you're doing some sort of manual labor or some sort of activity where you're stressing your body out, maybe in a way that you hadn't recently, so you're sore the next day. Sainte John's wort, if you take, I would say, a dropper full 2 or 3 times every hour of that night before you go to sleep and upon rising, you're going to find a significant decrease in muscle soreness. That's one of the primary uses I see of Sainte John's wort. The other thing I wanted just to mention briefly is that in Europe, there was a movement to standardize Hypericum perforatum for its medicinal, what they called its medicinal active ingredient, which they said was hypericin. Now, actually, studies have proven that the hypericin is not the essential medicinal active ingredient. So again, I think that this is a lesson to be learned regarding standardized formulas for herbs. Perhaps the wisdom that we have of using the whole plant medicine. And again, for this plant, I would gather the tops. It's definitely past its peak, I would say. Here we are, approximately first quarter moon, waxing first quarter moon, and I would say that in July. So I mean, this is still a very good medicine right now. I'm going to continue sitting with it. Been sitting with it for the past 4 or 5 hours, and I'll continue to sit with it and learn all the lessons that Waldorf ways here with our
our St. John's wort. Genius world teacher,